Florida. Good morning. How are we? I see, well, the rain is almost stopping. So this is still, though, a good place to be this morning. So I hope you're feeling up to it. I've got Sam here. Here he is. Oh, God, he's going to knock everything over. I've got Sam here to join in and sleep through the whole thing. We are going to start by warming up. So see if you can find a really nice, I just realized something else as well. If he sits there, you're going to be able to see him. All right, see if we can find a really nice space, and we're just going to gently move our feet. So while we're doing this, my friends, have a little look around you. Just make sure that you're safely spaced around each other. There's no things you're going to knock over. Okay, see if you can have a little look at that. I'm just going to adjust this a little bit again. Okay, that's good. So we're just gently walking on the spot, and you're just having a little look around you. And if you're content that everything's clear, then we're going to think about how you're feeling. So, are we feeling okay? Listen in. Remember, we shouldn't be exercising if you're feeling poorly or if you're feeling at all dizzy. That's a no-no. So you get to sit on the sofa and watch this with a cup of tea in your hand if you do feel poorly. Otherwise, are we raring to go? Yes. Good. So we're going to take those feet hip width apart. We're going to stand really nice and tall. We're going to start just squeezing these shoulders up and down. And what I want you to do is not only think about your shoulders, but think about your spine. So think about from this tailbone right to the top of the head. Think about lengthening and think about lifting that chest and opening out your chest. So rather than this, we want to really open out that chest. That's good. Now, let's see if we can take those little toe taps forwards. Great stuff. So while we're doing this, welcome to my living room. And before we go any further, I would like to wish Dawn Walkies, who lots of you know from all our works, it's her birthday today. So happy birthday, Dawn. Happy birthday. She's ever proof that walking really is good for you. You only have to look at her. Okay then. And then we're going to take these little taps out to the side. Now what I'm going to do is, if any of you want to join in the walking around the world, which is our project for July, I am going to see how many steps we do in this session. All right, and I'll let you know at the end, and you can add it to your total for today. So those of you who haven't got Fitbits or pedometers, you can use the steps we're doing here now. Okay, so that's an added incentive to join us as we walk around the world in July. Now bring it in. Let's just see if we can take that little pedal. So we're standing tall. We're going to lift one heel at a time, and we're going to press that heel down towards the floor. That's good. Press those heels down towards the floor. Now we're just going to see if we can make a fist, and then we're going to open up those fingers. So if you couldn't see properly, we're just taking those little pedals and we're just making a fist, really stretching out those fingers. Little bit of grip, strength, hand mobility, all nice things to add into the warm-up. Males will do a lot of things at the same time. Good. Now we're just going to walk it out. So we're walking on the spot, nice and light on the feet, getting a little bit of movement in these arms now. And we're going to take those feet a little bit wider apart. We're going to bring those feet back to hip width apart. Let's just take them a little bit wider again. And again, we're going to just tuck that bottom in, lift that chest, allow those arms to relax. We're going to take a side bend. So we're just lengthening through this spine, lifting the rib cage out to the hips. Just imagine these hips are totally stable. It's as if I buried you in sand all the way up to your belly button, and you're just almost trying to lift up and out of that sand, just to sort of scratch the side of your knee. That's good. So we're just lifting up and out that sand, and it's all about the lower back. And then we're going to take these little taps behind us. Good. So I wonder how many steps we've done so far. I'm going to stop looking at my watch all the way through just to let you know. I'll tell you the total at the end. Good. But the one thing we can be sure of is they're going to be quality steps. So just make sure these steps are right for you, okay? Find your range, find your rhythm, find your pace. So if you've not done this before, better to take it a little bit easier. See how you are tomorrow and the next day, and then maybe gradually build the intensity. If you've done it before and you know you're going to be okay, you might want to go a little bit more intensely, but you'll know your own limitations. Now, let's bring it in. Let's go back to those taps out to the side. And if we can, we're going to roll these shoulders at the same time. Now, if you find doing two things at once a little bit too much, focus on the shoulders. That's what I'm really after now. We're going to start to get some movement in these shoulders and just squeeze those shoulders up to the ears and then draw them back down. That's good. Now, we're going to see if we can take some little heel digs in front. You might notice a little stretch in the back of the leg. That's good. And we're going to draw that toe up to the ceiling. Super. While we're doing that, we're just going to see if we can bring these arms up and then gently bring them down. So we're getting a little bit of shoulder movement. Good. And we're bringing them down. Lovely. One more time. We're going to bring these hands down and we're just going to take a nice stable stance. We're going to just lower our center of gravity. So soften the knees a little bit. Bring those hands under the chest. And then we're going to take this gentle twist. Good. Now watch what is happening here while you're doing that. So we're just gently twisting one side and the next. Draw this tummy button in and see if you can just avoid that overarching in the back. So just tuck that bottom under. And we're just finding that really nice natural curve in the base of the spine. That's good. Let's take one more of these, guys. And then we're going to bring it in. And we'll just walk it out. Now, while we're walking it out, we're going to start to warm up that upper body. So arms, shoulders, chest, upper back. So we're going to push away. That's great. And then we're going to bring it down and we're just going to push that way. So we're going to draw those shoulder blades together, push behind you. That's good. And then we're just going to see if we can bring those hands into that W position. And we're just going to start as if you were sliding your hands up the wall. So again, we're just looking to start small, gradually building that range. Fantastic. Okay. And then we're just going to shake it out. Shake it out. While we're there, let's see if we can circle that big toe one way, circle it the other way, and we'll do the same on the other side. Good. Just circling that big toe one way and the other. There's a bit of balance required here, so you might need to hold on to something. And then we're just going to walk it out, and then we're going to see if we can take those little taps behind us again. So we're making sure we draw that tummy button in. Don't throw that sort of chest forwards and throw that back out. We're just really trying to work on those core muscles and make these bottom muscles work. So as we're doing this, let's just practice that movement for the backward lunge. Good. And then we're going to see if we can leave one foot behind you, press the heel of that back foot to the floor, hold it a few seconds, bring it in. Good. Let's do the same on the other side. Take that foot behind, press it down to the floor, bring it in. Let's see if we can bring these knees up a little bit higher. So we're going to warm up the hip flexors. Woo, good stuff. Okay, I'm just going to check and see how many steps we've done so far. It's loads, loads. All right then, good. Not enough to finish now though. Good, so we're just warming up these hip flexors. Let's see if we can warm up the hamstring muscles. So this is the one that some of you may find challenging because of the knees. So if it is, just maybe take a little tap with that big toe behind you. We're getting the knee joint working, but we're not overworking it. Brilliant. Now, let's see if we can add a little bit of arm movement. We're going to go 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good work, guys. Okay, just move these feet a little bit. See if we can just take some circles with these elbows. So we've been rolling the shoulders. We're going to do 3 one way. We are going to do 3 the other way. Good. So let's get some movement in those shoulders. Excellent. And then we're going to see if we can just reach up and down. Good. Reach up. Brilliant. And down. We're going to do 3 on each side. Good. But this last one, we're going to see if we can take these together. Just draw that tummy button in. Up. Reach up. Steady those feet. Stretch up. Bring those arms down. Now we're going to bend the knees a little bit. We're going to push up. We're going to breathe in. And we're going to breathe out. So these circles may be a little bit smaller. They could be here. That's okay. Make sure we take that little knee bend on the way down. Breathe in. And then we're going to breathe out. We're going to see if we can just touch these fingers behind the back. Keep that chest lifted. And then let's go back to that walk on the spot. We are on fire. All right, then let's take a punch. Let's take a punch down. And let's take a punch to the side. Good stuff. Forwards. As she walks forwards and to the other side. Oh, that's fantastic, guys. Forwards. We're going to slow it down and then we're just going to shake those arms out. Take those heel digs again. Nice and controlled. Just checking the time. I could warm you up forever. All right, then. Let's see if we can just stretch the back of those thighs. So we're going to take that step in front. Heel is down and we're almost hinging at the hips. Try not to curve that back. Feel that little stretch in the back of the thigh. Bring it up. Let's do the same on the other side. So we're hinging at the hips. Good. So we have got today a really nice selection of cardiovascular movements, stuff that's going to improve your breathing when you're walking, going up hills, upstairs, all that sort of thing. And we've got some exercises to help with your strength, so your ability to lift things or get up out of a chair. And we've also got a little bit of balance. So we've got it all today. Now, let's take those taps out to the side a little bit bigger. And then we're going to change it to some side steps. Good. So we're going to step with the outside of the foot, bring it in. So when we're doing our session, our main section, just remember, you can take it at your pace. You don't have to follow my rhythm because I will change because I want you to see there's lots of different ways you can do it. Now we're going to take that chest press. We're going to go 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Now bring these arms in and down. We're going to step to the side and change the arms. We're going to go 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Good work, everybody. Now I'm just going to get us to walk on the spot. Give yourself a pat on the back for making it this far. Good. And we're going to do the same on the other side. Good. We've got that pat on the back. Now, I have got my chair here, my trusty steed. So I'm going to just have it there just to help me, but we're going to do some little mini squats. So I'm going to imagine that I'm about to sit down in my chair. I've got my feet hip width apart. My knees are bending in line with that big toe. We're going to do 3 and we're going to do 2. And the last one, we're going to see if we can go a little bit further and bring it back up. Little bit further and bring it back up. And we're going to walk it out. Good work, everybody. Okay, now we are just going to take a reach up, bring it down. We're going to take a reach up, bring it down. We're going to take both arms up, bring it down. We're going to knee lift. Good. We're going to go 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We're going to backward lunge. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, we are ready to get started. Now, If you haven't got your water and you've left it in the kitchen, you've got about a minute of walking that we're going to do before we start the main section, okay? So we're going to get I'm just going to get the music going on. Oh, that should have worked. We are going to get our music going. We're going to start with 2 minutes walking, actually. So if you need to get a couple of tins as your light weights, if you want to get a dining chair, don't rush. We're just going to walk for 2 minutes and then we'll get started when you come back. So the music is starting. All right, we've got a bit of proclaimers. Walks. We can do walks to the side. We can do walks forwards and backwards. As long as you're walking, it doesn't matter. So this one is in honor of Dawn's birthday. So we're thinking about that really nice long spine. Even though we're walking on the spot or walking around the living room, let's have a look at the toe. All right. We've got 15 seconds, and then we're going to take it into side steps. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Side steps. Now, we can just add some arms, or we can add some different arms. Good. I'm going to go with these ones. Now we can speed it up if you like, or we can stay at a nice steady pace. Brilliant. So we've got 50 seconds on each exercise. So remember what we've done before. If you want to carry on with the exercise straight into the next one, you can do that. If you need a few seconds recovery between each exercise, just to get yourself in the right frame of mind, use that 10 seconds that I'll be walking in. All right, 3, 2, 1, recovery. Now, what we got next? Knee lift. Good, so we're picking that knee up. Doesn't have to be over hip level. Working these hip flexors, working these core muscles to draw that tummy back in gently. We can add that little tap. Take it in your pace. Great work, guys. Now, if we want to work a little bit harder, we can really get these arms moving. I'm just going to do it medium, I think. Brilliant. I might just take the arms out because I'm feeling a little bit out of breath. So I'm just going to slow it down. You listen into your breathing. That's the way to make it a bit less challenging. 3, 2, 1. I'm going to use this recovery, guys. Whoo, now what is coming right next? What is coming next? We've got squats. All right, down and up. Good. That's fantastic, guys. Now, if you feel your technique needs some support, just use that chair. Imagine you're about to sit down on the sofa. I wouldn't go so far, but I found it really helps just to really imagine, visualize that chair there. Heels are down. Chest is lifted. Now, squeeze those buttocks on the way up. Good. Slowly down, power up. Slowly down, power up. Good. Really use that downward phase. Good. Fantastic. You look amazing. Good. 3, backward lunge. That's brilliant, guys. So I'm not sure who's with me today, but I'm hoping my crew is there. Brilliant, you're looking great. And may I say, how glorious it's been to bump into some of you when I've been out and about. Good. I'm always ready for a chat. It's all about recognising each other though, isn't it, with our new hairdos. Good work, guys. Now remember, we can tone it down by taking the arms out. You can do what you like with the arms, or we can tone it up by increasing the range of movement using arms and legs and speeding it up. So just find what's right for you. Keep that strong core though, guys. All right, where are we on time? Whew, time to work it out. Now, we've got side taps coming up next, so slightly different to steps, tap and in, tap and in. Good, now see if you can keep that bottom in, slight bend at that knee, and we're going to see if we can open out that chest. Good. Elbows are lower than the shoulders, well not higher than the shoulders anyway, so it can be there, but keep that chin drawn to the back of the neck. Draw those shoulder blades together. Good. Tap and in. Good. Tap and in. Or we can just go to the taps. Tap. Good. Oh, this is such fun. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Walk it out. Been a lot of computer work the last couple of weeks, and I was feeling really stiff this morning, so this is just the tonic. So thanks for being with me. Now, what have we got next? Ooh, we have got press-ups. So find that wall, find that mantelpiece like I use. Now think about really keeping that strong trunk. Ready, let's go. Good. So remember where those feet are, it makes it harder. Okay, see if you can avoid pushing that chin forward. So keep that chin drawn to the back of the neck. It really is that movement, nothing else. And if we find we're sort of doing this, we're trying to help the arms. So bring the feet in if you find your trunk is moving, and just see if you can keep that plank-like. Good. Let's see how we do it. Oh, we've got another 10 seconds. So I reckon we're getting 3 press-ups. Good. Keep drawing those shoulders away from the ears. Last one. And walk it out. Good. Whew, that was fantastic. Now, coming next is, punch. So we're going to punch. And if we can, we're going to take that little half squat. Good. Now, if that's no good for your knees, just walk on the spot and punch. Otherwise, we're going to see if we can take a nice punch. Now, some of us find that too much rotation can really irritate their back, but some of us will be fine with it. So, if you know that a twisting movement is no good for your back, stay punching forwards. If you think you'd like to really work on that core sort of flexibility and strength, see if you can punch across the body. Good. Excellent. Really nice leg work and punching movement. Great exercise. Superb. Let's check the clock and walk it out. Okay. Now, I've got to read my writing. Double side step. So we're going to step together. Good. Take it at your pace. Now I'm going to add a row. Good. I'm going to speed it up, but you don't have to. All right, we're cooking on gas here, aren't we? Good. Stepping with the outside of that foot. Nice, strong trunk. Looking straight ahead. So attempting to look at the feet, but once you've got the movement, just trust your feet. And if you're not sure, if you can't feel your feet as well as you'd like to be able to, just slow it down a little bit. All right. Now we're looking good. Good work, guys. And walk it out. I'm making these stations a little bit longer. Who would have thought? Okay. Oh, we've got arm circles. Okay. Wasn't expecting that, my chums. Good. So let's try 5 forwards, 5 backwards. And again. Now, you could use your light dumbbells for this, but I find my shoulders are just about can cope with this bit without the weights. Not that I'm known for my upper body strength. Good. So, this is all about keeping going. So, it's very much muscle endurance in those shoulders with an element of strength. Last couple. Shake it out. Walk it out. All right. We're going to go for hamstring curls. Brilliant. Now, we're going to add this little pulsing movement. If this is no good for you, I want you to kick forwards instead. You can still add that pulsing movement. Great stuff, guys. So watch out for this bottom. Try not to push that bottom out. Draw the tummy button in. Nice repetitive movement. Good, nice and light in your feet. Draw those shoulder blades together. That's fantastic. Now we can slow it down. Right, listen to that breathing. If you can't talk, you might be working too hard. Let's have a look. We got 10 seconds. It's more like 5 now. 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk it out. So we've got calf raises next. You might need some support, but we're going to go up and slowly down. Up, slowly down. So remember, we can take it onto one foot, up on both. Ta! She says, almost falling over. Down on one. Up on both, down on one, or up and down on both. So there's a little challenge there. I turned around because I know I've got yellow soles, so it might help. Good. Brilliant. Okay, up, slowly down. Up, slowly down. Of course, if you're not holding on to anything, we're also working these core muscles, practicing that balance. So the further the feet are away, the easier it's going to be on balance. The closer they are together, it's going to challenge you a little bit more. You're going to have to concentrate. Last one, guys. Walk it out. Okay, so to finish off, we're going to mini walking. So we're going to lift those feet up. We're going to get those arms moving. We need those steps, so we could go a little bit faster. Okay, get more steps in. Let's do that. Let's get more steps in. But make sure it's at your pace. Good. If the fast walking is no good for you, you could just try more powerful, slow walking. Okay. We could go forwards. We could go backwards. We could go diagonally. We could go the other way. Someone's had too much coffee. Okay. Slow it down, guys. Slow it down. Little break. Okay, little break. So I'm going to give you about a minute. We can just walk on the spot. So those of you that were pretty good with the fast walking, you can do that, and you can pick anything we were doing. Just keep it fairly low level. Keep those feet moving. Good. You should be able to talk. Now's the time to get a drink. Great. So we've got a couple of slightly different options in the next one. Remember, if something doesn't feel okay, don't force yourself to do it because I'm suggesting it. Any of these exercises can be replaced with something different. Some of the function is for breathing and that heart and lung system. Some of it is about strength. So I'm going to let you know the strength ones, and if they're no good, I'm going to give you an alternative. All right, are we ready? Are you ready? Let's start walking. A little bit faster. You've got it. I'm going to shuffle this one. It's too fast for me. Okay. Are we ready? Side steps. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So we're stepping. We can make those steps bigger. We can add some arms. I'm going to add these arms. We can make the steps smaller if that's better for us. And we can make them faster. So, work to your body. We want to challenge you, but we don't want to push you over the edge. Because you won't want to do it again, or you may have to spend 2 days resting, where we want you to be regularly active every day. We want you to do a little bit every day, or a lot every day, whatever works for you. Good stuff. Let's have a look at the clock. 3, 2, 1. Just a little bit of recovery. So we've got knee lifts coming up. Are you ready? Off we go. So we can add that opposite tap. Now if we want to make it really challenging, remember this one, we have the elbows here, strong core, there's still that rotation, and we're just bringing that rib cage. Brilliant, but we're not leaning forwards. Good, so we're keeping that chest lifted. Or we can just take it here, or we can just take those knee lifts. Good work. All right. How are we doing, okay? Good. Listen to your breathing. Right, we got a few more seconds. This is good work, guys. So this is aerobic. We're repetitive movements, working the heart and lungs. That's why you might find your breathing comes faster. Now coming up, strength work for the legs. So you might want to hold your weights because we've got our squats. Now we're going to come down, push back up. If you're finding that's not working for you, we can maybe do sit to stand. So pushing off that chair, slowly lowering back on. Watch the heels stay down. Good. So this is functional. You have to do this anyway. So even if it does make you a little bit stiffer in the knees, the more we do it, the better we'll be at it. You need to be able to get off that chair. The alternative being squeeze and down. So pick the one that works for you. Good, so we're squeezing this thigh as we hold it for a few seconds and down. Good, so we're squatting. Good, 3, 2, 1. Walk it out, guys. Brilliant work. We've got backward lunge coming up. Now this is aerobic, so it's not actually a lunge. We call it our cardiovascular backward lunge. The movement looks the same, but we're just moving repetitively. Good. A little bit faster than maybe the strength work of a lunge. Good. Now, remember, could just be legs. Fantastic. How are we doing? So it's these movements, the aerobic work, that's going to get you a little bit warmer. Going to get you breathing faster. Good. It's going to help you when you're walking up those hills. Brilliant. It's going to make everyday life feel a lot easier, and it's the calorie burner. Good. So it can aid weight loss as long as doubling on, refueling and doubling what we put out. Now, walk it out, guys. Super. Let's have a think about those side taps. So, we just have it out and back. Good. Now, if we can, lovely. So, we can go a little bit faster if you like. Good. So, we're actually working the upper back at the same time. A little bit of muscle endurance, but again, our main focus is aerobic. So we're repeating these movements. So if the upper body gets too sore, just take it there, maybe change the arms. Good work. You've got it, guys. That's brilliant. Nice repetitive movements, strong core. Good. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, we've got a choice here. It's all about strength. Press up, or we're going to take our big step forward. So I'm going to show you here. It's like a mini lunge. Good. Stepping forwards. Now, if your knees don't like this, we've got leg strength in the form of squats. But when we step forward, we want the weight coming down through that heel, nice strong core, and up. Or we can just do press-ups. Good. Great. So we're sort of bone loading here. So lots of this work is good for bone density as well as the other things. So everyone's a winner with this one. Good. Excellent. Just make sure we're not coming over the front of those big toes. So we're coming down into that front heel. Brilliant. So we can be doing this. Last one. All the press-ups. Let's walk it out. All right. Oh, leg-tastic and arm-tastic. I'm going to use the tins for this one. We're going to squat and punch. So squat and punch. Remember, it's not a full squat. It's more about just keeping those legs moving. Little bit of endurance, but more about the repetitive aerobic movement. We want to challenge your aerobic system with this one. So, I don't like holding weights. My elbow doesn't like it anyway. Good. So I'm not going to hold the weights, but it doesn't mean you can't. So I'm going to go across. I'm going to work on this rotation instead. But we still need those knees bending in line with that big toe. Good. How are we doing? All right. Now remember, we could do this. Okay? So it's up to you. We can sit down and punch. Oh, walk it out. Woo-hoo. We're almost there now. Double side steps. Good. So we can do just the legs, or we can bring in some arms. Remember that window washing? Okay, I'm going to get my shoulders moving so it can be small, but pick the arms that you like. It can be bigger. Good work, guys. And again, it's aerobic, repetitive movement of the big muscles. They need oxygen to keep going, and they need fuel. Brilliant. Excellent. Okay, we've got another few seconds on this, and then we're going to work that upper back a little bit more. All right, hold it there. So, we're going to take some upright rows. So again, you might want your tins. We're going to stand nice and tall. We're going to move those feet gently. Squeeze and down. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Excellent. Like I said, I'm not giving the tin, so I'm going to do it without. And of course, you can change the leg movement if you prefer. I'm going to take some heel digs. Good. As long as we're controlling that movement in the upper body. You can toe tap. Good. You can knee lift. It's up to you. I'm confusing myself. Good work, guys. We got 15 seconds. Draw those shoulder blades together. Excellent. So this is all about that postural work here. The upper back Strong upper back is going to help us stand nice and tall, sit nice and tall, and last couple, and walk it out. Whew, I need to shake my arms after that. Who's not been doing any upper body whatsoever? Okay, it's this class that I see where I've been going slightly awry. Now, we've got hamstring curls. Good. All right, we're going to strike that pose. And remember, if the knees don't like this, you can kick forwards. But we can add that little pulsing movement behind, or we can just keep those arms nice and relaxed. Okay, this is good. See how we're doing on time? Brilliant. Great work, guys. Pulse. You've got it. So again, this is aerobic. Upright row, little bit of strength and endurance. Superb. All right, keep that chest lifted. 3, 2, 1, walk it out. So calf raise next. Remember, I'm going to come here. We're coming up and slowly down. Up, slowly down. My shoes are a bit too dark, aren't they? Up, slowly down. Good. Up, that's a better one. Slowly down. Good. Up, slowly down. Good. So my legs are straight with this one. Brilliant. My knees are straight. Up. Now we can add something a little bit different. So you can hold weights. You can also just soften the knees a little bit and take it up, slowly down. Up, slowly down. Your feet is slightly lower down. Good. I find this one really hard. Good work. Last couple. Good. Bring it down. Now, walk it out. I'm going to give you a little balance challenge. So you need something to hold on to. A little bit of support. Link to the last one. We're going to come up onto tiptoe. You're going to step forwards. 1, 2, heels down. Good. Up. We're going to step backwards. 1, 2. Make sure you've got some support, guys. Don't be pegging over. Up. 1, 2. And heels down. We're going to come up, back, 2, heels down. And again, we're going to do forwards. 1, 2, heels down, up, backwards. 1, 2, heels down. Walk it out. We're going to have a minute walking. Walking, so we can walk fast. Let's see if I can find some. I'll see if I can find something a bit faster in the music. Let's see. Oh, here we go. So we're going to have a little walk on the spot to Shawadi Wadi. Good. So you've got the ball of the foot just rolling through to the heel. It's slightly different to how we'd be walking outside when we would be heel first. But we're nice and light on the feet. And remember, you can slow it down. You can actually do something different for this last minute. Good work, guys. 15 seconds with fast walking. We're almost there. We're going to do a minute, then a slow walking. Then we're going to cool it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slow it down. Amazing. So, we're starting the cool down process. Good. All right. We're starting the slow down process. So, that was really good. Keep those feet moving. Hope you found that okay. We want you to find it challenging, but not really hard. So if you think about that scale of 1 to 10, If you can be exercising somewhere between about a 5 and an 8 on how hard you're finding it, if you're exercising at 10 or even 9, you're probably going to be overdoing it. So 8 is probably maybe how you feel, but you don't want to feel like that all the way through because you won't sustain it. Well, you won't be able to. Good work, guys. So we want to be working fairly hard. And if you're finding it sort of 3 or 4, it's not that it won't be any use, but you may need to maybe supplement it a little bit. Good. Now, let's see what we can do. We're going to start thinking about this heart rate, breathing rate. You might want to get a little bit of drink while we're cooling down, just while we're bringing the heart rate down, but see if you can make sure you keep your feet moving while you're drinking, or just sit down for a few seconds. Just be careful when you get back up, make sure you move your feet. Good. Now let's just take these taps out to the side. So we're thinking about range. We can still keep that nice range we were working with, but we're slowing it down, slowing it down. Let's think about taking those taps behind us. So again, if you need some support, no harm in that, okay? That's good. Balance is a funny old thing. The things that happen to us, I mean, for us women, childbirth is one of those things that, you know, our core strength is really affected. Any sort of operations, anything like that. So don't worry about using support when we're balancing. And the more support you have, the better you'll get, and then you'll be able to lessen that support. Good. Right, now, let's think about bringing these feet in, bottom in, gently draw that tummy button in, and let's think about making these slower but full arm circles. Good. So we're really thinking about shoulder flexibility. Now, what I want you to do is to see if you can get the arms working together. So rather than this, where one arm has more flexibility than the other, I want you to see if you can work to the weaker side. Work to the weaker side. Just take some nice circles. Gently keep those feet moving. Good. Now what we're going to do is bring those hands down, tuck that bottom under, draw this tummy button in, and we're going to drop the chin to the chest. I'm going to stretch out that upper back. So gently push those hands away from the chest. And then we're going to lift the chest, open up. Draw those shoulder blades together. Good. Bring it in again. Relax the shoulders. Open up. So I'm giving you a big hug. Great to see you. It's that virtual hug that we've all got so good at. Hi, great to see you. And then we're going to bring it down. Now, we're going to just steady those feet. We're going to walk that hand over the shoulder. So this is about being able to reach. So even if you're not going as far as you'd like, just hold that stretch, but breathe out. Breathe out. Now we're going to reach up. We're just going to draw that tummy button in, and we're going to lift the rib cage out to the hips. Good. Bring it back and just move those feet. Shake it out. Shake it out. Let's do the same on the other side. So you've got that chest lifted. We're not looking down. We're looking straight ahead. We're supporting that stretch. Good. So this range of movement in the shoulder is really important, because if we let it go too far, what we start to find is we can't do basic everyday things. Just, brushing the back of your hair, doing up necklaces, dresses, blouses. All right, let's just move those feet. Now, what I'm going to get you to do again is hold on to your support. So it could be the wall. And what we're going to try and do is just get a little bit of a swing going on here. So there's a little bit of balance as well as just loosening up this hip a little bit. So we're going to look straight ahead. Really draw that tummy button in and just let this leg gently swing forwards and backwards. Good. And then we're going to do the same on the other side. Actually feels really nice in the hip I sometimes do this before I go for a sort of a walk or a run, but you've got to be really careful if the muscles are cold. Don't be tempted to do a high kick. Good. I'll do it at the end as well, just like we're doing here, just if things have got a little bit tight. It's great for balance because we're having to stand on one leg and we've got a moving leg challenging us. Brilliant. Okay, and then we're just going to walk it out. We're going to take that little walk and then we're going to think about this chest again. So we're going to relax the shoulders. Keep that chin drawn to the back of the neck. We're going to open out this chest and then we're just going to turn the palms so they're facing down. And then we're going to bring those hands behind us. We're going to see if we can bring the hands as close together as you can. You may be able to clasp the fingers. Now just draw the shoulder blades away from your ears. Open up that chest. Good. And then we're going to release. Shake it out. Good. All right. Let's have a think. Hamstrings. So you might be doing this seated. You might be doing this standing. So standing, we're going to take the weight onto that supporting leg and we're hinging at the hips. Now, what we're going to do today is we're going to hold it for 10 seconds. So that's almost 10. Okay. We're going to come up and we're going to come back in. So this is all because my hamstrings are so tight from not seeing you enough. But I need your help in just really getting some more flexibility work going. And then we're going to bring it up and we're going to change legs. So for the other leg, I'm going to show you what it looks like seated. We're going to sit on the edge of the chair and it really is exactly the same, but we're not having to use this leg to support. We're going to come out and we're going to come gently back in. And what you might find is on the second hold, you might find your range is slightly better. Okay, so this is the sort of stretch you can be doing with the calf stretch after every walk you go on. All right, and then we'll bring it up. It sounded quite threatening then, didn't it? All right. Just make sure you do your stretches, all right? Now, something out of EastEnders. What have we not done? So we've stretched out his chest and shoulders. We've stretched out the trunk by reaching. We've stretched out the triceps. So the bit we haven't done is the front of the legs. Now these get tight. So we'll start off holding on to something and we are going to see if we can take the big muscles in the front of the thighs. So you might be able to hold on to the trouser leg, the trainer. We're going to squeeze that heel towards the bottom. Good. Now, don't worry if you can't do this one because we're going to do a hip flex stretch as well. And then we're going to release. Let that leg down. Now, hold on to support if you think you might need it. Now, remember this one. We are going to lean forward slightly and then we're going to dip that knee and we're going to lift the chest. Okay? Brilliant. And then we're going to just gently slide back in. We're going to walk on the spot. While we're there, I'm pretty sure I forgot to stretch out the calf muscles. So it won't hurt to do it again. So let's do that calf stretch. So this time we're pressing the heel towards the floor. Great stuff. And then we're going to bring it in, walk on the spot. Good. Yes, always useful when you forget to do the major stretches. Now, let's do the other side. So we started with the quads. So this is an alternative. If you can't hold on to that trainer, you can hold the trouser leg, sock, and some of you will be able to hold the front of your trainer. It all depends on injury, what's happened to you, flexibility. Good. And then we're going to release. Now let's take that hip flexor stretch. So we're going to take that generous step behind, but I'm not pressing the heel to the floor. I'm going to bend that knee slightly, and then I'm going to lift my chest, and I'm getting a really good stretch here. Good. So the knees and the feet are still hip width apart. You've got that headlight shining on the wall. Bring it in. Good. We're going to walk it out, and then we're going to take that calf stretch because someone usually starts the stretches with it, but I think she might have forgotten. Brilliant. So you can really feel that. Remember that clock face. The toe is at 12, the heel is at 6. Great stuff, guys. All right. So I'm looking at the time. It's 10:25. We are going to finish off with a little bit of breathing. I'm going to give you, if you've got enough room to take those arms out, just throw the chair out the way. We're just going to focus on a really nice bit of breathing. So we want to feel nice and steady. If you want to sit down to do this, you can. And all we're going to do is, as you breathe in, I'm going to get you just to almost breathe in and imagine you're just, the arms are lifting as the breath comes in. And gently, as you breathe out, arms are coming down. So it's almost as if you, as you breathe in, you're almost filling a little balloon under your armpits. And then as you breathe out, through the mouth if you can. See if you can breathe as slowly as you can. Now as you breathe in, imagine the balloon getting bigger. But it still lets down slowly. You don't have to move with me. Just take your awareness into your lungs. And you'll notice if you breathe in too hard, because you'll suddenly feel a bit lightheaded. So don't feel it's a competition to breathe in as much as you can. Just see if you can breathe downwards into the base of those lungs and come back up. And then we're just going to breathe in. Breathing in. It's that breath out. Making sure we breathe out. Sometimes of slight stress, we sometimes spend a lot of time breathing in and we forget to breathe out. So wiggle those fingers, give those toes a shake. Yeah, it's that time of and everything seems to get a bit too much. Great work today, guys. Keep an eye on your emails because I am hoping to put in an extra class next week. If you've got any special requests, just send me a quick message. Email's the best, to be honest with you. My phone's not brilliant. Send me a quick message saying what you'd like to see. But I've been doing a course, so I haven't been able to do as many as I'd liked. But the course has been great and I'll be energized. Anyway, have a wonderful rest of Thursday. Have a great Friday and a weekend. And I look forward to seeing you next week for fun exercise, activity, whatever you want to call it. But it's been great to spend time with you. So, wondering if the steps. Let me tell you how many we did. Woohoo! We have done, I'm just trying to do my maths, about 4,000 steps. So well done. And you'll have done more than me because I sort of sneak off and pretend I'm demonstrating. Good work. Add that 4,000 to your total. Here we go. I'm ending. Bye.